I don't know. I thought you were gonna scream. I thought we were gonna be like.
I just was processing it. Do we just use that?
Just bring him in?
We just use that?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Undertaker in the house.
Insane.
Dude, this is crazy. By far, one of the most excited podcasts.
Well, thank you for having me, man. So now when people are actually getting to see Mark Calloway, there's a little bit of a disconnect. Like, he's just a dude.
Well,
right?
he's
just a guy.
That was your doing too. I mean, you were so protective of the Undertaker brand the whole time that you participated in during all your appearances that you didn't show Mark at all.
Right.
So now has it been that much more difficult to kind of separate the two beings?
It was at first, once I retired from the ring, I had a little bit of a time period there. I was like, all right, who the hell am I here, right? Like, it's like,
did you have an identity crisis?
I did somewhat have an identity crisis. Like, okay, that part of me, it's over now, but it's been ingrained in me to be that, that ominous character all the time. So it took me a while to let, now, here at work and everything else, I mean, the guys got to, see who I was, but, the public, it would never.
Were you nervous to start showing your actual personality?
Oh, dude, this is the funny thing. Like, I could get out in front of a stadium like that. Yeah. It could be completely sold out. As Undertaker, I'm cool, man. Yeah. It's not a thing. You put me in front of 10 people and try and get me to like give a speech or anything as Mark Calloway. Dude, my ass is so puckered I couldn't.
No way.
I couldn't do it.
That's crazy.
And so, when they called me and said, "Hey, we want to put you in the Hall of Fame," I was like, And it wasn't that I wasn't honored, and I was just like, I'm gonna have to give a speech.
No way, as yourself.
I'm gonna have to give a speech as myself, right? So I had to think about it for a while because it was like I had to process it. Like, okay, this is it, man. This is if you do this, here the curtain's coming wide open. And here we go. So,
well, you worked so hard to stay in character, both on and out, or in and out of the ring.
Yeah, it was just. I wish I could say, I was that smart to, but I never expected everything that the business has to offer now back then. So it was a great thing that I protected the brand and even not knowing that I was just protecting that character and the business. For the way it was, everybody ran it back then.
Such a smart thing to do. Well, you had the veil of the character, which was, I'll use the word perfect, in my opinion. Like every once in a while, you have the perfect concept all come together. And I think we saw that with The Undertaker. Like the storyline, the character, the music, your moveset, your height, just your build, everything just fit you so perfectly, which I think contributed to the reason that you were able to remain relevant for 20 plus 30 years. Like even now, man, it's like you are still The Undertaker, and it was because of your commitment to this character.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, it was definitely a commitment, and it was it was rough for people too, because everyone had to go along, had to go along with it. They had to sell it too, and everybody, it was all part of the deal. And if it didn't, then you see the other side of me, like, okay, he's an asshole. But it was business. Everything everything was business, and but now I'm in a good place now. Like I'm at a place now where I can talk about Undertaker and I can be Mark Calloway, and it's all good.
Well, you're a podcaster.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far yet. I wouldn't go as far as to call me a podcaster yet, but we do occupy some time here and there. And that was kind of a challenge too, because it's one thing sitting here being interviewed, but then when you're trying to extract, and then I'm sure as you've experienced, sometimes you have guests that are. So then it really puts the work on you, because you've got to extract. You've got to.
We just talk to each other when that happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to start breaking out in conversation.